Alright, what's going on guys? So I'm back at it again in here for another video for you guys for today. And today, yes, I am in here for this week in Ring of Honor episode number 2 for you guys. And with this week, Ring of Honor being a mainstream, if you will, for the second straight week. And, with that being said, I have been impressed back-to-back episodes with Ring of Honor for the past 2 weeks and pulling off a good show. At least I thought anyway. And with this week, we also had a television championship on the line as well. With last week, we had the Tag Team Championships on the line, and with the Tag Team Champions and the World's Greatest Tag Team retaining. And this week, we have a new champion with the TV Championship. Who is it? Well, I'll explain that in just a little while. And next week, we also have another championship on the line, this time for the World Heavyweight Championship. So it's really cool to see, the different championships be on the line with the different weeks. So last week we had the tag team, this week we had the TV, and now next week we will have the World Heavyweight Championship. And with this one, like I mentioned, I thought Ring of Honor was good for this week, and really enjoyed the main event, which I'll get into in just a little while. So stay tuned for that. And also we had a couple other things going on. With last night we had UFC on Versus 2 with some good fights there. Bellator on MTV too. So both having good stuff there. So made it for a good night with sports. So we had UFC, mixed martial arts, and as well Ring of Honor basically within the whole hour. So that was really cool to have there. So no complaints with that being said. But again, anyway, getting back into the review with Ring of Honor, of course, which was in Chicago, and we had our first promo of the night with Jim Cornette already in the ring, looking to interview with the tag team champions and the world's greatest tag team in Shelton Benjamin and Charlie Haas. Basically getting into, where they left off last week, where the world's greatest tag team was attacked by the Briscoes, and they had the whole, uh, chair attack thing from behind. So, you know, the world's greatest tag team really, pissed off and wanting a shot against the Briscoes and actually wanting to put their tag team championships on the line. And whether or not the Briscoes are going to accept it, we'll have to wait and see. I'm sure they will. So I've seen the Briscoes before, and I see what they can do, but not a whole lot. So from what I was seeing, I thought they were good so far. So now it's going to be good to see, see them more. And now that we have ROH. Well, for me, it's on my network TV, so it's gonna be cool to see them on a weekly basis and to see what they can do more. And whether or not we're gonna have a tag team championship match next week, we'll have to wait and see where that goes. Or probably with the promo with the Briscoes, maybe with both tag teams. So that should definitely be interesting. Expect that to happen within either next week or the next couple of weeks. So that's what pretty much kicked things off for ROH last night. Then we get into our first matchup of the night. We have Mike Bennett against Jimmy Jacobs. First time seeing these guys, and with Mike Bennett being the heel and Jimmy Jacobs being the face, I actually was kind of going towards more with Mike Bennett on this one. To me, I thought, from what I saw for the first time, I thought he pulled out, being good as a heel. So, so far, I'm kind of interested in, checking this guy out more, and I thought he did actually good as a heel last night. So, with that being said, one of the things that we did get to see, we see the talking here by Mike Bennett, looking to win his match against Jimmy Jacobs, and then the match basically gets underway. We see the kick to the gut here, the right hands in the battle in the corner by the turnbuckle area. We see the backbreaker here. In this one, we see the missed crossbody, unfortunately, which is actually pretty crazy there by Jimmy Jacobs, landing on the floor. We see the ball to the outside for a little while. We see the high knee, and we see a really cool tornado DDT into a suplex, which is actually a really cool spot there by Jimmy Jacobs. So I did enjoy that spot. Um, in the end, who did get the win here? Well, we see the box office smash, and that was actually done by Mike Bennett and actually defeating Jimmy Jacobs here last night. So, with that match, I thought it was a pretty good match, and, in the way, it was kind of all Mike Bennett for a while. Then Jimmy Jacobs, came back and did some pretty cool stuff there, which I really enjoyed. So, nothing really too bad to say about that match. So I thought it was a pretty good match, and that's it when it comes to that one. After that, we did see some promos and highlight videos and stuff like that, and more stuff and what's to come with Ring of Honor. So we did see that. So that was good there. And then after that, yes, we did have the TV Championship on the line. We see the returning Jay Lethal since we see them on Impact and taking on the TV champion at the time, which was El Generico. And with this one, this was a good face versus face match, and really good chemistry by both of these guys. Unfortunately, it was a time limit match, but I don't really care for those too much. But it made up for a good match and a good main event, and I really enjoyed it. And we saw some good back and forth work by these two, running things down pretty briefly. And what we did get to see here, we see the Hurricanrana here. We see the head scissors, like I mentioned, the nice chemistry work between these two. We see the drop kick and as well as the uppercut here. We see the pretty cool figure 4 surfboard by Jay Lethal, which is a nice spot there done by him to El Generico. We also see the headlock here. We see the really cool suicide dive by El Generico to the outside onto Jay Lethal there. We see the Macho Man elbow drop a couple of times attempted by Jay Lethal. And then I wanted to sudden death with actually the time actually running out, and at one point we saw a draw, Jim Cornette coming out and restarting the match for 3 more minutes, which was good to see. I was hoping it wouldn't end in a draw, so we did not get to see that end in the draw, and then we had the rematch for sudden death. And even with that, it was good for what it was worth until the time got to expire there, and in the end, who ended up getting the win here? That's right, with Jay Lethal with his finisher there. So you made up for a good main event, and Jay Lethal is, yes, your new TV champion. So it's gonna be cool to see how he's gonna be doing with the TV championship for the next coming weeks, and see how long he's actually gonna hold it for. So made up for a good main event with Jay Lethal against El Generico. So that's basically it when it came to Ring of Honor this week. 2 matches and the main event, definitely worth checking out for those of you who weren't able to, check out Ring of Honor last night. And with that being said, with one of the final reminders, and getting into Hell in a Cell here with the Hell in a Cell preview show, which will be at 3 p.m. I will remind you guys once again, as time draws near, with the time around the top of the hour, just to get you guys more prepared on it. Hopefully you guys can spread the word. Let me know what you guys thoughts on Ring of Honor last night, and what you guys liked, what you guys even didn't like, what you guys thought should have been more differently about the show. And what are your thoughts on Ring of Honor so far? Are you into it? Do you think there should be more stuff going on besides 2 matches and just promos? And that's basically it with this quick little video for you guys. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. Until next time, hopefully I'll see you guys for the Ustream show, and next week for This Week in Ring of Honor episode number 3. Until then, as always, I will talk to you guys later on. Peace.